Yo guys, now to the stage today I'm going to be making you what if Naruto was neglected and was experimented on part 1. So guys, I'm going to do this. Go and watch part 2 on a channel called I Do What Is. This guy who I'm doing collab with is an amazing YouTuber. I watch his What If sometimes, and they are so amazing that I have subscribed. So guys, go and watch part 2 on there. I will leave the link in the description below so that you don't have to search it up yourself. Or if I forgot to put a link because I'm pre-recording this so that I can check the errors. So you will find part 2 on I Do What If channel. So I've talked long enough. Oh, let's get into the what if. So Naruto in this what if he is like born the same way, but he has two siblings, Menma and Mito. And from the get-go, when Naruto was being born, Kushina hated Naruto because Naruto had whiskers, but that hate was not like deep. And when Obito took hostage, or yeah, let's say Obito, when he took hostage of Naruto and he said, I'm going to kill this baby if you don't step away from the Chinchuriki, and Minato agreed, and Kushina's hate grew even more because she hated Naruto from the get-go, and she was about to die for some kid that she hated, and she thought that Naruto was like the reincarnation or the Nine Tails itself. So the hate grew more, and Minato stepped away from Kushina, and Obito threw Naruto in the air, and Minato teleported there, and he took Naruto to the safe house with his two siblings. And Minato, when he finished putting the siblings in the hideout, he went back to fight Obito. And this time I'm going to say that Minato beat of took control of the Ninetales fairly easy because he is stronger than in canon here, so he's not going to die. Uh, he teleported back to the safe house where Kushina and the rest of the siblings were sleeping there. So he took them and used a seal that could divide the Ninetales into three different parts: chakra, two different parts, chakra and soul. But Minato split the chakra into his two children, and 5% into Kushina, and the rest of the soul inside Naruto. Because Minato, yeah, I'm going to say that he already hated Naruto for being kidnapped and being born with whiskers. So he hated Naruto, but not to the extent that Kushina hated him for. But that's going to change in the story. So I know guys that have been studying all over the what if and making mistakes. So Naruto is 3 years old, and he's just sitting and watching his two siblings do their chakra control, being taught by their dad. And when Naruto tries to approach them, they say, go away. Minato is Naruto because he can't pick up like a basic skill like chakra control like his siblings. I'm going to say that, yeah, in this what if Menma and Minato are super prodigies. They could do chakra control at the age of 3, and Naruto couldn't. So Minato hated Naruto for that, for bringing disgrace in the Uzumaki and the Namikaze name. So his hate grew even deeper. So Naruto was just sitting there when he heard Kushina call him and said, "Naruto, come here." And Naruto went into the house, and Kushina said, "Did you clean the house?" Naruto said, "I cleaned the house this morning." And Kushina said, "You are lying." Naruto said, "I did my best," because he's just mumbling words. He's just a kid. So Queen said, "You lie," and kicked a 3-year-old. Naruto went flying, and if it wasn't for the nine tails chakra that was remaining, let's say it's not even a percentage anymore, that was remaining, let's say traces of the nine tails chakra, Naruto would have died from that kick, and Kushina just left. Naruto was bleeding from his mouth. The chakra couldn't protect Naruto to the extent that Naruto wouldn't receive like a injury, because he didn't even have like a percentage of the chakra. So Naruto just went to his room and started crying because his life was like hell and he didn't want to live anymore. So Naruto just slept there crying and crying. I'm going to time skip to when Naruto was 4 years old. So Naruto is 4 years old now and was coming back from playing when Minato just said, "Naruto, come with me." And I'm going to do a flashback of Minato. So Minato was sitting in his office signing paperwork and doing all the things that Hokage do. So when Orochimaru approached Minato and said, "Lord Hokage, can I have a subject to do my experiments on? It will benefit the village." And so in this one, I'm going to say that Orochimaru is not like an evil person. No, he's still a sadistic person, but in this he cares for the village. He doesn't despise the village. So he said, "Lord Okage, can I have a subject, a person who is not even like by no one, who I can experiment on, so that we can help the village and develop the medicine or the healing capabilities of the village even further?" Because Orochimaru wanted to, like, if a ninja was injured in battle, you could just grow another limb. He wanted to do the experiment, and he wanted to develop more a medicine that could cure basically anything. If your arm is cut off, you could just regenerate another one, but this medicine will be exclusively found in the hidden leaf. But Orochimaru was lying. He wanted to test something out, but the experiment to do medicine, he wanted to do it so that he wouldn't get caught. And I'm going to say that he already has accomplished 50% of it, but he wanted someone to experiment on, to push his own agendas, to see if Ashirama cells and other cells could be implanted or put inside someone, and could they gain those people's abilities. Minato said, "It's for the sake of the village," and Orochimaru said yes. And Minato thought of a way to get rid of Naruto and said, "Okay, I will think about it. I'll meet you tomorrow." So Minato goes and talks to Kushina, and Kushina says, "Yes, it's for the village." While she was lying, she just wanted to get rid of Naruto, and she thought that Naruto might die, and she he will be gone for good, and she will just have two favorites, Mima and Mito. So Naruto was dragged to Orochimaru's lab, and Orochimaru said, from now on, this is going to be your home. A 4-year-old kid going just being dragged one day and said and being told it's going to be your home. So Naruto for the rest of the year is getting experimented on and getting sliced up. So the first experiment is going to be this. Naruto is going to be injected with Hashirama cells. So when Naruto was like injected with Hashirama cells, he nearly died because Hashirama cells are so powerful and a 4-year-old body couldn't handle it. But Kurama's traces of chakra, or the Ninetales traces of chakra, helped Naruto a lot to like stay alive. But the Hashirama cells were hitting him because it's just a kid. What do you expect from a kid? So I'm going to say that a month passes by when Naruto was fighting for his life. And after this month, Naruto is going to gain a durability. It's not going to gain like if you cut Naruto's arm off, it's going to grow back. It's just going to gain like let's say 20% of Hashirama's durability. And the experiments go on. Naruto is implanted with Madara's Uchiha cells, and Naruto he goes through hell. So Naruto, after like a year, Orochimaru didn't see results. He just thought that Naruto just gained some durability. He is worthless. So Naruto is discarded, but Minato and Orochimaru didn't want the village finding out that they were experimenting on a kid. But so they found Naruto in an apartment. And by this time, a man called Danzo already revealed to the village that Naruto is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and his two siblings have the chakra of the Nine Tails instead of them. So the villagers regarded Naruto's siblings, Menma and Mito, as heroes because they are holding like the chakra, not the soul. And Danzo explained this thoroughly. He said Naruto has the soul and his two siblings have the chakra each. And the villagers took this like as some kind of declaration that Naruto is evil and Naruto must die. So when Naruto was released from Orochimaru's hideout, the first thing he got to see is the villagers, and the villagers rushed at Naruto. Naruto was confused what was happening here. He was walking towards the people who were coming to him rushing. He just thought maybe it was something they do if a new person comes to town, and they started beating up on Naruto. And I'm going to say that Naruto didn't get the training from Orochimaru. Naruto has to start from zero. So Naruto gets beaten up, and the villagers get tired because they are dealing with Hashirama's durability. They couldn't kill Naruto even if they tried. So they gave up and left Naruto to die by himself because Naruto, even if he has Hashirama's durabilities, it doesn't mean that he is impervious to damage. He can still get hurt. So Naruto was bleeding, even if those scars couldn't kill him. So Naruto found the address to his new apartment that was given by Minato. And I'm going to say that Naruto was given this apartment to make him shut up. Oh, don't never say something about what was happening while he was away. And Minato said to Naruto that if you ever told or tell someone that you were experimented on, you're going to die or you're going to be homeless. So Naruto decided to keep quiet for now, and not say a word. So he goes to his apartment and he was so angry because the villagers don't even know him, but they came and beat him up. So at this time, Naruto decided to protect himself and never let anyone stomp over him ever again, or never get abused like that. And he said he was going to kill anyone who ever wanted to mess with him. So Naruto started training. While Naruto was at the age of 6, while he was training one day, because Naruto still has that age, he saw something that reminded him of the ordeal that he went through. He saw, I want to say that, a Caesar, a surgical Caesar that people use, or that doctors use to do operations and that. So he saw a surgical Caesar while he was working, and while he was training, he saw a person passing by. I'm going to say that they just found it and they thought that maybe they could use it for something. So they were working around with it, and Naruto saw that and remembered about the things that happened to him. He immediately remembered that he was experimented on. He felt pain because Naruto, when he was being experimented on, Orochimaru didn't even bother to use painkillers because he had permission to experiment on this dude. So he could do all the things that he liked or he would want. So Naruto, at that time, he was feeling all the pain, all the things, all the emotions, because Naruto was suppressing them because they didn't want to deal with that stuff for now. So at the time, Naruto unlocked the two Tomoe Sharingan because Naruto was injected with Madara's DNA or Madara cell. So Naruto unlocked the two Tomoe Sharingan. So I'm going to skip when Naruto was in the academy. So all of that time Naruto was training, and when Naruto was about to be in the academy, Naruto just gained some knowledge and said, why do I have like a spiral thing on my belly or stomach? So Naruto decided to input like chakra into his 5 fingers and touch the spiral or a thing that was in his stomach, and he was in front of a cage. And this, when he approached the cage, he saw like a huge fox sleeping, and this fox had 9 tails on it. And Naruto said, I guess you're the one who caused me this pain and suffering. Because Naruto, by now, he knows that the villagers hate Naruto, hate him for having the 9 tails soul inside of him. And Ninetales saw this as a great way to get out because Naruto was here and he was unprepared. So the 9 tails started pouring some chakra, thinking that it will overwhelm Naruto, but Naruto just activated this 3 Tomoe Sharingan and they put the 9 tails inside the Genjutsu. Because I'm going to say that at the age of 9, Naruto had already unlocked the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, and he was OP, but not that OP. So Naruto put the 9 tails inside the Genjutsu and took him out and said, you could never control me with that little amount of chakra. And then the Naruto just said, just wait and see, I'm going to regain my chakra soon. And then Naruto said, I'm looking forward to that, because he still remembers his siblings, but he doesn't know if they are evil, if they are brats who think that if your father is the Okage, you can get away with everything. So he wanted to meet them, but he's going to meet them when he's in the academy. So Naruto, I'm going to say that he goes to the academy when he's 10, and I'm going to say at this time the academy has already started, and Naruto just went like as a transfer student. And Naruto, when he gets into the class, and Iruka said, "This is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze," and he said this with like a tired voice and a angry voice, because he knows that this kid is the one who is holding nine tails inside of him. Sorry for you guys who are Iruka fans. So he said this angry, and the two people who are men and Mito started laughing and said, "Oh, if this wasn't our brother who was just a failure of a kid," and everyone started laughing and said, Naruto said, "I knew it. Yeah, no one could live with those two people and never be this toxic." And Naruto just went to his seat and sat down, and the remainder of the academy has go by fairly quickly, and now Naruto is 12 years old. So they graduate, and at the last day they were waiting for their team leader to arrive, and their team leader arrives. This was Kakashi Atake, and he came and said, "Meet me at the roof." And in this article, I'm going to make Kakashi not give a damn about what was inside of Naruto, because he doesn't care. So he tells them to go and meet him in the roof, and they went to the roof. And Kakashi asked them, "What are your goals, dreaming like?" And Naruto said, "I don't really like anything in particular, but if you call training something that a person like, I guess I like training, and I don't really have a goal than to kill people who made horrible stuff to me. But maybe the next goal, I might want to become the strongest person in the world." And remember, Mito said, "We want to be the Okage," because they were told that he is going to be a child of prophecy, and they think that they are the child of prophecy. So Sasuke, Sasuke said, "I want to be the strongest, and I want to be the greatest leader that the Uchiha clan has never seen before, and catch up to my rival." And I think that I'm going to put Sakura like in the team, so that it will be a 5-man squad, or a 5 people team, or person's team. So Sakura said the same thing that she said, like, in canon, "I want to do what." I'm not going to say that. So they go to the Belters, but I'm not going to cover that. And they spent a month doing D-rank missions, and they get sick of them, and men made me to ask for a C-rank mission, and they were given one. Minato tells Taozuna to come in, and the whole Mizuki incident will happen because Mizuki is scared or afraid of Minato. So let's get back to the story. So Taozuna comes in, and he started making fun of Naruto for being short, because Naruto wasn't fed like nutritional food to grow. So he started making fun of Naruto. Naruto just glared at him, and he shut up. He kept the hell quiet, and Minato tells them about the mission that they want to be escorting Tazuna to the land of waves. And the next day, they were waiting for Kakashi to arrive, and Kakashi arrives. So this is where I think that I'm going to end this to end this what if off. I know that I've been studying along the what if, and I'm really sorry about that. And guys, you can go and watch this what if, the part 2 of this what if on I do what if channel. I will leave a link in the description if I find it. So peace.